It's the off-season on Topsail Island in North Carolina, a place where empty beaches mean empty beach houses. Richard and Linda Baker are accustomed to the ebb and flow of summer dollars. They own Treasure Realty and manage over 300 vacation rental units. They've weathered a lot of storms. If not for a miracle, Treasure Realty wouldn't exist. Richard started Treasure Realty before he and Linda married.
I borrowed about $80,000, seed money to start my business with, and that was what I used to open it and figured that would be enough. But the market really contracted on me, and I proceeded to start spending all the money that I had. And during that time, I stopped tithing because there wasn't any profit.
Richard was a 700 Club viewer, so he called the counseling center for prayer. In turn, he received a letter from Pat Robertson.
There are certain principles we must obey if we desire to reap the full benefits of God's favor, especially in the area of finances.
From that point on, Richard committed to give faithfully to God. He paid off his debts and began to prosper.
He showed me that in opening the business, that it wasn't my ability to make sales happen and marketing genius. That business was not there because of that. That business was there because of the Lord.
10 years later, Richard's real estate business was struggling. He needed $50,000 to get the business back in the black. Richard realized that over the years, his giving had dwindled. So with what money he did have, he resumed giving to his church and to CBN. Once again, he heard from Pat Robertson, this time through a word of knowledge at a CBN Partners Conference.
He said, and somebody here is seeking the Lord for $50,000. And he wants you to know he's heard you, and it's on the way.
Within weeks, a competitor sold one of Richard's lots.
I owed 40, he sold it for 90, and there's my 50. I didn't sell anything and I didn't understand, but God was showing me it's not about me.
A few years later, Richard married Linda. They've been faithful to give in times of plenty and in times of need. And always, they've seen God's faithfulness through a principle known as reciprocity.
I look at giving like if you throw a ball up in the air, it's got to come down. It has to. It's gravity, and it's a law, and it's going to take place.
Today, Treasure Realty is one of the largest and most successful real estate agencies on Topsail Island. The Bakers give all the credit to God. And when it comes to giving, they offer this advice.
God is faithful. If He'll watch a sparrow, then how much more will He care for us?
God's heart is that He wants us to trust Him. He doesn't need our money. He has a cattle on 1,000 hills. He needs us. He wants us. His heart beats for us. So whatever you give with a cheerful heart and do it to the Lord, and He'll reward you for it.